So everybody tell us where you're from. Let's know where you're calling in from. Yeah, so just drop a line in the comments. It will be good to know where you're from. And as we start, I just wanted to welcome you to this our Thursday call, our international call, Fuel Factor X. That is the subject of the day, and it's causing a buzz around Africa and around the world. And we are very excited just to have you on the call today. Okay, so I want to introduce. He may not be new to a lot of you. You've seen his face before, but I always like to introduce our speaker of the day. This is a gentleman that I've known for about a year. I respect him a lot. I'm excited about what he's doing. He's our leader, our mentor in this business. And we're just sharing a lot of things. And guys, this business is going places, and you're in the right time. You are in the right place at the right time, okay? With the right company and with the right leaders. And all those contribute towards your success in our industry. And we have many products in this company, but we in Africa really want to concentrate on this Fuel Factor X. I mean, it's amazing, guys. And you can make make generational wealth, you know, from this company if you do it right, because fuel is something that everybody needs, okay? Everyone uses, and it's costing so much. So with the rising cost of fuel in Africa and around the world, everybody needs this. There's no country in Africa that does not need Fuel Factor X. So this is time to get up your connections, write your name list, do everything, and let's get with the program. So I'd like to introduce our first speaker. Like I said, this is someone who is an expert when it comes to matters Fuel Factor X, FFX. He's been in the automotive industry for over 30 years, and he's used our product for more than 9 years. He'll give us the right figures and the right, yeah. And I mean, just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to matters Fuel Factor X. So you really want to listen to him. And even if you've heard him before, I mean, his sessions are always very informative, and you will always learn something. So get your pens and papers out, your notebooks out, take some notes if you have to, but just be here, be present, and let's get this show on the road. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Dale Franklin all the way from the US to come and tell us about Fuel Factor X. Welcome, Dale.
Thank you, Sue. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Hi, everyone. You know, we have these calls every Thursday. Sometimes we have 50, 60 people on the call. Sometimes we have 4 or 5. It doesn't matter how many show up. What we're looking for is people that want to change their financial futures. And as Sue was just talking about, you know, when you find the right product at the right time, which you can't with our Fuel Factor X right now, with the price of fuel the way it is, the perfect time. And then you add to that a company like our company, My Daily Choice, that is doing great things around the world with so many great products and is paying out great commissions and giving us all the support we need. And then you add to that the team that you're talking to today, the team that we are building throughout the world with a heavy emphasis on the African continent. You've got it all. You've got everything you're going to need. So let me tell you a little bit, excuse me, a little bit about myself, and then I'm going to go right into the product. Then we're going to have you hear a couple testimonials, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the company and the situation there. So you want to see, we got there we go. So again, my name is Dale Franklin. I'm Sue was being kind to me when she said I've been in the automotive business for 30 years, more like 45. and I just had my 69th birthday. And I'm going to be very blunt here. for you guys. I am and have been for the last 15 years totally and absolutely financially free. I don't have to work. I don't have to do anything. I could just sit at home, mow my lawns, and play in my woods and have a great time. And I don't have to do anything. But you know, I do feel a certain obligation. The obligation being, you know, I've been so fortunate in my life. I have had 8 businesses, and they've all been successful, some to bigger degrees than others, but they've all been successful. I've been married to my wife now. It'll be 45 years this year. We got a couple more that need to come on here. And we you know, I've got 4 adult children, 2 boys, 2 girls that are all doing wonderfully in their occupations. I have a 9-year-old grandson. I have a 15-month-old granddaughter and a brand new 2-month-old grandson. So like, all I'm telling you this is because I've been blessed. I mean, how can anybody disagree with me that I've been blessed, that everything has gone my way? And I believe in, whether you believe in, you know, God overseeing what we're doing, or you know, just you're spiritual and you're thinking that, you know, you have to kind of you're due to pay back for your good fortune. Whatever you believe, I believe that I have a responsibility to help as many people as possible because of the good fortune I've had, and that's what I'm doing here. Some of you just met me. You can believe me or not. There's nothing I can do to change your mind one way or the other. Okay. But there's no reason for me to be here other than the fact I want to help you become financially free, whatever you decide that is going to be. And I'll tell you, with this company right now, there are things going on in this company that are so exciting that it would blow your mind. Some of them are in the process. Some of them have already been done. Some are in the future. But there's so much going on with this company that I could go on for hours and hours and hours. But I'm not here to just kind of hype everything. I'm here to give you the information you need. Okay. So about, I guess it was back in 2007, a friend of mine came to me, and I own one of the companies I own is a tire and automotive service. And he said, I have a product that can save you money on your fuel, make your car engine last longer, and reduce the emissions, so it'll help the environment. Is that something you'd be interested in? And I said, well, number one, you're talking about a fuel additive. I've used a lot of them in my life. I haven't seen any of them work very well. I'm not really that interested, but you're a friend of mine, so I'll try it. So I did try it, and it worked fantastic for me. I had I usually tell this later on, but I'll tell it right now. I had a pickup truck with over 100,000 miles on it that I'd owned since it was new. I hadn't done much work to it because I own a tire and automotive center, but we're a busy shop. The last person to get their vehicles worked on is me, because I'm not going to turn away customers. So I had a vehicle with 100,000 miles on it, and I started using FFX in it. Or actually, I'll take it back. It used to be called something else, and called XFT, Extreme Fuel Treatment. I started using it, and in a very short period of time, in 4 or 5 tankfuls, I started seeing benefits that just astounded me. I went from 16.0 miles per gallon to 19.2 miles per gallon, which is exactly a 20% savings in my expensive fuel. Okay. So, and with, you know, looking out here today, I've been watching the last 2 weeks, the price of fuel just keeps going up and up and up and up in this country. And I'm sure it's doing the same thing everywhere else. There's never been a better time to be talking to people about saving money on fuel. It's a conversation that's going to come up wherever you are. If you're at a picnic or a barbecue or whatever, people are going to start talking about things, and eventually the high cost of living, high cost of fuel is going to come up. If you're hanging around and having a drink with friends, same thing. Wherever you are, somewhere along the way in the conversation, the high prices are going to come up, and then fuel prices are going to come up, and you're going to say, well, that used to bother me, but it doesn't anymore, because I thank God I have Fuel Factor X. And people are going to stop, and they're going to look at you and go, what's that? And that opens it up so you can tell them exactly what I'm going to tell you today about this product. I just could go on and on. If you think I'm sounding kind of excited, I've been doing this business since 2007, and I'm still so excited about this business. I would join up again today. Okay, so I hope you're feeling my energy, because that's what I'm trying to show you. This is the opportunity that you've been looking for your whole life. If you don't grab onto it now, what are you going to grab onto? If you've been looking for something that can change your financial future and the legacy of your family, what are you waiting for? We're going to show you right now what we have to offer, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is what you need to be doing. So without further ado, I'm going to switch over to share my screen here, if you bear with me. Here's what I'm talking about. Fuel Factor X. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, whoever invited you to this call, if you're brand new to this business and you're just hearing about this today for the first time, I want you to personally, sometime today, thank the person who invited you, because they invited you because they care about you. Okay? Every person on the planet uses fuel. So every person on the planet can save money using our product. So even if you decide that this is not a business for you and you don't want to do the business end, why not purchase some of this product from your friends and start saving money on fuel, start reducing emissions and helping your environment and helping to prolong your engine life, okay? And that's exactly what this is. When I mentioned that I used to sell this under the name Extreme Fuel Treatment, or XFT, I was telling the truth. That's what it was called back then. Now we have the exclusive rights to sell it, and we rebranded it Fuel Factor X. The product has been around for a long, long time, over 30 years, has been saving people money on fuel for all that length of time. And now we have the exclusive rights to sell it around the world through our company. So Fuel Factor X, as I said, reduces emissions, improves fuel economy, enhances performance, and prolongs engine life. Let's go to the next thing here. This here is something that I just want to go over real quick. What you look at here and you say, well, Dale, you just said all these things. I did, but I want you to look down in the lower right-hand corner. It says FFX is a comprehensive fuel treatment. Why is that important? This is a fuel treatment. It does not change the specifications of your fuel. If it doesn't change the specifications of your fuel, it's going to help me with two questions I get asked all the time. The first question I get asked, is this going to affect my warranty on my car? Absolutely not. It does not change the specifications of the fuel. And if you look in your owner's manual will even suggest that you use some sort of a fuel treatment to enhance the fuel that you're going to get no matter where you are in the world. Different parts of the world, different qualities of fuel, and the worse the quality of fuel to start with, the more we can help you with our product. Okay. The other thing people ask me all the time is, well, Dale, if I use this product and it causes damage to my engine, what are you going to do about it? Well, I just told you, I've been in the automotive business for almost 45 years, and I have owned my own automotive center for 40 years. So I know a little bit about engines. I know a little about how vehicles run. And this product will not damage your engine. In all the billions and billions and billions of treated miles this product has been on the road, there has never been a claim against this company, okay? But if there ever is, we have a $4 million insurance policy against any workmanship problems because of it, okay? But there's never been any, because I can tell you right now, having been in the automotive field, FFX will not damage your engine. But I want you to feel comfortable that if it ever does, we have an insurance policy to cover it. Let's switch to the next line here. Whoops, let me get back here. There we go. So FFX is good for the engine. Your engine is good for the planet. It's an all-in-one solution. There is a lot of products out there that do one or two of the things that our product does, but there's nothing out there that does everything that our product does, and we'll explain all that it does in just a moment. But I want to reemphasize the fact, which I'm going to do several times while we're talking today, it prolongs engine life and reduces wear. Very important. The car is going to last longer. We're going to increase fuel economy. You're going to go further on a tank full of fuel. It's going to reduce harmful emissions and pollutants. We're going to help clean up the atmosphere, and it improves vehicle performance and horsepower. Okay, so it's going to give you more power where you need it. I talk about this. I talk about increasing the fuel economy. What am I talking? In the United States, we see a savings between 7 and 20%. In Africa, we see savings of 15 to 35% and more. Why the difference? I'll be very blunt with you guys. The fuel in Africa that you guys are using is not the same quality of oil that comes from not the same quality of oil that we get. When you say you're in an African country that produces oil, they take their sweet crude, the best they make, the best of the oil they have, and they export that so they can get the most money for it. They save the less quality fuel for their own market. It's sad, but it's true. It's what happens. So because of that, you're going to have a less quality fuel, and it's going to have less additives already in it, as opposed to what we have in the United States or Europe or Asia. So when we put our product in your fuel, it enhances it even more. And that's why we say 15 to 35%. I've had testimony was much higher than that, but I'm trying to keep it honest, keep it. I don't want to over promise and under deliver. So we'll say 15 to 35%. It also, if you have a vehicle that requires high performance fuel, for instance, Mercedes, BMWs, sports cars, who say they need high performance fuel, like over in Africa, V-Power or something like that. You don't have to use that anymore. You can use regular fuel with our product and save on both ends. You're going to save because you're going to be buying a less expensive fuel, and you're going to be going further on that fuel than you did with the higher, more expensive fuel. So you're going to save by saving on the purchase of your fuel, and you're going to save because you're going to go further on that fuel. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about here is, I think we all understand how internal combustion engines work, and you basically have gasoline sprays or petrol sprays into a mist into a piston. A spark plug sparks, lights the fuel, causes an explosion. Explosion creates force. Force is what moves your car. Okay, that's how the whole thing works. Well, the great thing about our product is one of the things in it is called an organometallic compound. It actually lowers the burn temperature that fuel burns at by about 40 degrees. By doing that, it means that we burn more of the available fuel. If you burn more of the available fuel, think about this for a second. You're in a confined area inside of that piston, and the time is the same for every single time the spark plug sparks and the piston moves. So if everything is the same and you're burning more of the available fuel, which is causing a bigger explosion, one of two things has got to happen. You're either going to have more power because you're going to have more force coming from that engine, or you're going to go further. You let your foot off the gas pedal from where you normally have it because you don't need to push it so far in, and you're going to go further on that fuel. So either more power or go further. And as an offshoot to this, because you're burning more of the available fuel, there's less black smoke coming out of your tailpipe, because let's face it, guys, that black smoke, all that is unburnt fuel, and it's going out into our atmosphere as pollution. So if we burn more of the available fuel, that means we're reducing the pollution by about a third. Isn't that fantastic? Can you imagine if every car and every truck and every boat that's out there throughout Africa was now reducing emissions by about a third? Think what that would do for our environment. So those are the things I wanted you to understand as far as how the engine works and how we can save you money and give you more power. Let me switch here to the next one more time. Here we go. What can we use it in? You can use it in cars, motorcycles, boats, ATVs, trucks, generators, heavy equipment, RVs, 18-wheelers, even the big ships that cross the ocean that burn what we call bunker C, which is a very thick tar-based fuel. You can use it in all of those. And again, I'm telling you about the bunker C. We can do this in petrol, gasoline, diesel, kerosene, as I said, bunker C, even the gas that you use to cook your meals. Okay. And it's just anything that's carbon based, any fuel that's carbon based, you can use our product and you can save money and help the environment. So let's go to the next one. Here is real quick on this one. I wanted to compare what we'd have to buy to take the place of our product. And if you see in the insert there, all those different packages, we went to a parts store, we bought all of those. It came to almost a gallon of fluid that we would have had to put into a tank every time we filled up. And that cost about $70 when I purchased that several years ago. It's probably with inflation now, it's closer to $90. Instead, you can buy one of our little sachets and get the same benefits, okay? That little sachet right there is a 10 ml sachet and will treat up to 76 liters of fuel, okay? So again, the sachet is 10 mLs. It's highly, highly, highly concentrated. So it doesn't have any fillers in it. So when we ship this to anywhere in the world, the shipping doesn't cost that much because we're not shipping all the stuff that you don't really need. We're shipping only the good stuff. And so we keep the shipping down, we keep the price down. I talked about $70 to $90 in the insert. Our Fuel Factor X, depending on how you buy it, would cost between $4 and $6. Okay. And again, treat that little foil pack would treat up to 76 liters. And you can get the price down even more by buying it in the bottles. So that's what I wanted you to see here. Let's see. Here we go. FFX has all these things that we're showing here are all part of FFX. We have the organometallic compound, which lowers the burn rate down by 40 degrees, so we have a longer, more complete burn. We have lubricants to help reduce friction from pistons, pumps, and injectors. We have detergents to help clean and maintain injectors. We have polymerization retardants that help reduce solids that form in the fuel. We have rust and corrosion inhibitors, which are going to remove and prevent rust from forming in the fuel system. We have demulsifiers that are going to separate water from the fuel. A single drop of water can cause all kinds of damage, especially in a diesel engine, where it could damage the injector and cost thousands of dollars to repair. Then we have a fuel stabilizer. Fuel stabilizer stabilizes fuel so that you can let it sit and be in storage for multiple years without it separating. If you leave fuel alone for a long enough time, it'll start separating into both a thin fluid and more like a syrup. And then if it starts up again, like maybe in a generator that's been sitting around for a long time, when that syrup goes in and starts plugging up the fuel filter, the generator might start and run for a little bit, and then it would die because of this, and you wouldn't be able to use it right when you need it the most. Well, if we have the fuel stabilizer stabilizing the fuel for 5 to 7 years, that means that whenever you need the fuel to be there for you, it will be there. So again, great product, lots of benefits. Yeah, switch here again. Oops. Here, I'm just going to go over this real quick. This is what we call a 7-tank challenge. You see there's 4 possible things that can happen when you use our fuel. I usually go into depth on this, but I'm going to be a little quicker today. Guys, this FFX is not a miracle in a bottle. It's not going to do the same for every single vehicle because every single vehicle is different. You have new vehicles, you have old vehicles, you have vehicles that have been well maintained, you have vehicles that are never maintained, and everything in between. Okay, so when you use our product, you got to realize that some vehicles, like everything you see in the blue line, are going to start seeing savings immediately. Your first tank full, you're going to see savings, and it's going to get better and better and better until it reaches its optimum phase, and then it's going to stay there as long as you continue to use the product. Okay, if you stop using it, odds are it's going to go right back to where it was before. But again, that's 38% of the vehicles on the road on average see savings right off the bat. Then you see the green line. The green line, it may take 2 or 3 tankfuls because it's cleaning the engine out, making the engine work a little harder, which is offsetting the savings. And then you'll start seeing savings. Then you have the pink line. Pink line's what actually happened to my truck that I was talking about earlier, because it had 100,000 miles on it and hadn't been serviced. When I first started using it, I actually lost fuel economy for a few tankfuls as it was cleaning out all the carbon buildup, all the varnish that was in the engine. It was making it work very, very hard. And so I lost fuel economy for a couple tankfuls. And then once it got cleaned out, then I started seeing the savings, and it kept on going until, as I said, I ended up with a 20% savings. And then the gold line is, again, for a vehicle that might have some crystalline carbon buildup on it. And it takes a while to soften that. While it's softening it, you might see better fuel economy. And then once it softens, it starts working it through the engine. May work the engine a little harder. You lose a little fuel economy, and then it continues on and it's better and better until it reaches optimization. The thing I want to emphasize here, guys, over and over again, is the fact that it's science. It always works, but you got to give it a chance. It might take several tankfuls before it does what it's supposed to do, but it will do it. And then once it does it, as long as you continue to use the product, it's going to continue to save you money. The only time you're ever going to pay for this product with your own money is the first time. After you've used it and start seeing the savings, it's going everything from then on is going to be paid for with savings that you garnered from using our product. So that I can't think of many other products you can say that about. All right, let me stop the share here. So this part I always read because I don't want to leave anything out. There are 9 things that we benefit from by using FFX, and I want you to pay close attention. Number 1, FFX increases fuel economy, 7 to 20% in the U.S., 15 to 35% in Africa. If you do nothing else today other than get that, and remember, any vehicle you're using or friends that have vehicles that are using them, know that they can buy this product and save money. It's hard enough to make money. This helps you save money. So if you want to just be a customer, this is what you want to take away from today. Number 2, it prolongs engine life and reduces engine wear. It can increase the life of your vehicle by as much as 40%. Number 3, it improves vehicle performance and horsepower. Number 4, it reduces harmful emissions from pollutants by about 1/3. Think what that could do for our environment if we could do that. Okay. Number 5, it's a fuel stabilizer, prolongs the life of stored fuel. Number 6, it's a demulsifier. It helps separate water from fuel. Number 7, it can replace premium fuel with regular fuel with no change in performance, fuel economy, or engine wear. Okay. So you don't have to buy the more expensive fuel. You can buy regular fuel in your high performance car and get the same benefits. Number 8, it can be used in both gas and diesel engines in any carbon-based fuel, including the cooking gas that you use in your home, whether it be kerosene or gas. It's going to reduce the emissions that are being formed in your home, which is going to help your health as far as respiratory problems. I could spend a half hour just talking about that. And then number 9, it's highly concentrated. A 1/4 ounce treats up to 20 gallons, or a 10 ml foil pack will treat up to 76 liters. Okay, those are the 9 things I want you to come away with from this presentation. I've now told you a lot about the product itself. Okay, we know it can save you money on fuel, it can increase the life of your vehicle, and it can help you live on a greener, healthier planet. Now I'm going to turn it back to Sue for a few minutes, and she has a couple testimonials that are going to tell you, people that have already used the product, that can tell you how it worked for them. So back to you, Sue.
Thank you so much, Dale. As usual, very informative, and I hope we've all learned something, and we're just becoming better and better, because we said we must master this product to be able to sell it correctly. So you can't afford to miss these sessions, you know? And I'm just happy to see all of you on the call today. So now I wanted, if you have like a burning testimony, please feel free to put up your hand, but I want to invite Mr. Andabati all the way from South Sudan, and he's got a hot testimonial, you know, a customer experience. And so, Mr. Andabati, please just take this time and tell us your most recent testimony or testimonial.
Oh yeah, thank you very much, Sue, for the opportunity, and thank you, Dale, for a wonderful presentation about our product, FFX. Our products indeed is fantastic. Given the short time I've had with this product, sharing it with people, and also people sharing their experience with me. The most recent is a colleague of mine who is he's a driver, and he owns his own car. And 1 week ago, apparently 2 weeks ago, so he got a vacation. That's when on leave. And normally he goes to his village, which is 183 kilometers from Juba to the western part of the country, that is in Maridi. According to him, each time he takes that trip, he uses a full tank. He has a minivan which is a 50 liters, 50 liters engine capacity. So this time around, when he was going for this trip, we had already introduced his car to FFX. And so when he was taking this trip, he was now on his third dose of the third tank fill of double dose. So when he took this trip around, he made sure that there was FFX, and then he filled his tank full, and yeah, off he went. So when he went for the journey, and we had this time. By the time, according to what he reported to me on Monday, because when he arrived back in Juba, he was looking for me as if there was an emergency. I thought maybe something happened to his car. So when we met on Tuesday in office, he told me, my friend, you can't believe the journey which he used to 183, which he used to empty his tank completely because of the bad terrain and then rough roads and so on. This time, by the time he arrived in Maridi town, his tank was just half. The gauge was reading half tank, still intact. So he couldn't believe, and he continued driving around and staying in the village until the day when he was returning. He topped it up and arrived back in Juba. His tank still had fuel. So, and when he came to me, say, come here, I'm looking for you because now the 3 sockets I sold for him for his double dose, they are finished. He said, give me 1 socket now, immediately. This one, he told me is going to take him up to the end of the month. By the end of the month, he want a whole executive pack, that is 36 of FFX. His own, and he straight away, he's going to join My Daily Choice as an affiliate. And is also going to, is a driver for a company that is going to straight away tell this company, the all land cruisers have to be using FFX. So it's so amazing. And so close to me also I have another colleague who is our operations manager. And when we introduce, he has his own car and the car picks so well. The engine went as if it's a brand new engine. It's now oozing water from the rear pipe. And he also has a fleet of Coaster, these big Matatu coasters, and introduced his vehicle to it. Now, as we speak, because of his experience, straight away he decided to join as an affiliate, and his package is actually, it's already there in office Nairobi. The next package, you see there's a person there who ordered executive pack recently. It's just all because of this. So our product, as Dell said, is actually speaking to us, and it's doing a fantastic job. As I talk now, we've even run out of the little stock we have here. So we're like, and to make matters worse, fuel prices have more than quadrupled in South Sudan. Yeah. And today, like, there was 2 changes in fuel price. But before lunchtime, it was like 4,000 SSP. But by evening, it went to 4,500 SSP, which is like almost $2 per liter of fuel. So there's no better time really to talk about saving money on fuel. And given what FFX is doing, I think we're in the right place and we have the best right product in our hands. Thank you very much, Sue. This is our experience. We're really very excited about FFX and also with the company for this wonderful product. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andabati. Always good to hear from you. I think that's so exciting. I wanted to like jump up, and hit the roof because it's so exciting when we hear from, we are calling it customer, or we're just calling it FFX experiences, the FFX experience, and I think there'll be a day when we just share and people should come and say, can you imagine using less than half? And when you hear, and I like the way you say you are waiting for him because you're not sure what he was going to say and he wanted to see you and it was so urgent. And then, of course, you've also mentioned like 2 times, like fuel going up 2 times in one day.
Yeah.
That is the reality. That's what's happening here. Thank you so much. And now back over to you, Dale.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Can,
Oh,
so
someone
can you
else?
can you see
Oh,
me
yeah,
okay?
yeah, yes. I see Abdi Aziz. Dale, can we let Abdi Aziz? I think he's raised his hand. Is that a testimonial? I don't
Sure,
know.
go ahead.
All right. Abdi Aziz, would you like to unmute yourself? Abdi Aziz. All right, I can't seem to unmute him. Maybe Dale just go ahead, and then when he's able to unmute,
Okay.
he can come.
So my screen just died. So can you hear and see me okay?
We see your picture.
Oh, my picture. Okay. Something went down. So sorry, but
Okay.
I'll just continue on by telling you a little bit here.
Okay.
I want to talk about the business end of it for a second.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you hear me now?
oh yes, go ahead.
Yes, Yusuf, yes.
Okay. Sorry, my name is Abdulaziz Yusuf Bakal. I'm from Hargeisa, Somaliland. My company is Sub-Saharan Logistics and Procurement and Transportation. And thank you for Africa, Smart Fuel Africa, for inviting for me. So I'm very excited for this opportunity to at my country, Somaliland. So only my recommendation is this is a very opportunity for us and our country. So I'm very happy to invite this issue.
Okay. Thank you so much, Abdi Aziz. We are so happy. Hargeisa, we want you to put Hargeisa on the map. Somaliland, you have had the testimonials. So I'm happy you're on the call. You made it here today. And we want you to represent your country. So you have the opportunity. Okay. You're listening to the experts. You've heard from Dale Franklin in the US. You see, it's an international business. You're also hearing from people in Africa and their experiences. So what you need to do is get back to the person who invited you here and make sure you start your journey this month with Fuel Factor X. It's real and it works. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. Dale, I think
Okay.
that's exciting that we have people from different parts of Africa. Over to you now.
Okay, absolutely. It's wonderful to see that there's so many people interested in so many parts of the African continent. I'm sorry, my for some reason my screen went down, so I can't see you guys anymore. And I guess you can't see me, but I just want to go over real quickly a little bit more about the company. I'm not going to go deep into the commissions because that's something, whoever invited you to this call, you can go back and talk to them and they will explain to you about the commissions. But the wonderful thing about My Daily Choice is we get paid 8 different ways. I want you to remember that. We get paid 8 different ways, and some of them are paid weekly and the rest of them are paid monthly. So you can certainly build this business in such a way that that you can have a weekly paycheck. Okay. So and the great thing about many parts of Africa, we can send you your money through mobile wallet and get you paid, so it can happen almost instantaneously. Something I'm going to talk about right now a little bit about is commercial sales. We are starting to see some incredible success at commercial sales. When I mean commercial sales, I mean companies that want to buy our product in bulk, whether it be in a 1 gallon jug, which is what I think 3.7 liters, something like that, to a 5 gallon pail, to a 55 gallon drum. A 55 gallon drum will treat 2,090,000 liters of fuel. And when you get into these big trucking companies, and shipping companies, they'll use that and use a lot of it. So I want you to be aware of that, and be aware that if you know people that that buy vast amounts of fuel, you can get them onto a call with us, and we can help you close that sale and certainly get you some big paydays. Okay, a 55-gallon barrel has 7,500 BV attached to it, which means we can make you several $1,000s if you're able to bring us that kind of business per barrel. Okay, so keep that in mind. The great thing about our company is we have everything you need. Because my screen's down, I can't show you right now, but if you want to go on to dalefranklin.net/FFX after we're done here, again, that's Dale, D-A-L-E, Franklin, F-R-A-N-K-L-I-N, .net/FFX. You can go there and you can scroll down, and there's everything you'll ever need to build this business. Okay. Once you join, you're going to get a website, a free website and everything, which you can certainly use that. But we specifically set this up with the website that I created, and going to that just to be a place where you can go and be able to click on all the information, copy it and paste it to whatever you want to use it on. Okay, it's not going to bring them back to me or anything like that. Just make copies of it and of the information and put it on your own messenger or whatever you're using to send stuff out. Okay, your own email, whatever. But the beauty of this is the information is all there. There's full short peaking videos that are like 90 seconds long to get people's attention. There is full presentations of like the one we're doing today that will talk to people about everything that they need to know about our product and how the company works. There is all kinds of documentation as far as if you're talking to commercial accounts, they want to know specific things, tests that are done in labs and things like that. We have all that. You just scroll down through that list from that link I told you about, and everything is there that you need to build anywhere in the world. Okay, so we give you great documentation, and we give you the ability to do commercial sales, everything like that. Now, on top of that, think of the things we give you for free. We give you free enrollment. Okay, you can enroll for free. Obviously, if you want to start building this business and show people the product and stuff like that, you should be a user of the product, and you should be have some to show people. So we recommend that you buy an executive pack every month, which would run you about $140 US. Okay, you can turn around and sell that for more than that, make a profit on it, and again, that I think that comes to like in one way of buying it, it will be like 36 foil packs. Guys, I can sell 36 foil packs in a morning, not a month, in a morning. So it's easy to sell. Call up your friends, your Uber driver friends, everybody that's burning fuel, and use it. But that's the ideal way to get started. But you can start for free. If you don't have the money to get started, start for free. Make a little bit lesser commission, make some money, then upgrade whenever you can afford to. So no one has the excuse that they can't get in this business because they can't afford it, because we can get you in for free, and then we'll work you, help you and build with you until you can afford to upgrade to the better, higher commissions. Okay, so free enrollment, free website, fantastic website with a website in what we call the front of it, which you can show to your customers, and they can order from there. Or we have what's the back office, which is the back office is tons and tons and tons of training, documentation, videos, testimonials, anything you need to build your business will be there. And again, that's free. Most network marketing companies charge you for that. We give it to you free. Then on top of that, we have a phone app. If you don't have a computer or you prefer to have something on you all the time, we have a free phone app that does everything in your website that you get on a computer. Some things, if you're using a phone, some things are done a little bit differently, but all the information will be there. Then free training, tons and tons of training, weekly training, monthly training, training by our corporate staff, training by our top leaders, everything and anything you need. The support is second to none. We have incredible support. We have fantastic training, and you get free mentorship from the company and from your team. I will go so far as pat myself on the back here a little bit. You will never find better leaders than we have with my team, whether it be me, whether it be the people that are my particular leaders, or the ones that are above me that are my leaders. We have an incredible assortment of people who can bring their real life testimonials, their real life stories on how they got started in the business, how they built the business, how they became successful, and they're all willing to help you. One of the types of commission we have is called leadership check match, which means because they're helping you, they're going to get paid for helping you, but it doesn't come out of you. It comes out of the company. Okay. So again, free mentorship. I'm going to leave this right here by telling you, if you have been looking for a home to build a business, you just found it. Is there anything out there better? I don't believe so. My 69 years on this planet has shown me that there's nothing better than this company, this team, and the ability we have. The timing is perfect. You know, we're talking about saving money on fuel. Fuel prices keep getting higher and higher and higher, so that everybody's talking about the high price of fuel. So it's an easy segue into talking to them about how they can save money. So you got a product it's top of awareness. You got a company that's producing incredible commissions, that's paying on time, that is debt-free. Our company is totally debt-free. That's unheard of in network marketing. We have young leaders. Our owner and his wife are both in their early 30s, which means they've got four children. They're planning for their future. They have a game plan for the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. So they're going to be building their legacy for their family, and you can hop on board and do it with them. You're not going to have to worry about a company that's going to disappear overnight. So that's what we have around the world. And right now in Africa, we're just scratching the surface, guys. This is just getting started. You can be amongst the first to get this thing rolling, the first to spread the word, and it won't be long before you will be setting yourself in a position to be financially free. Now, there's two types of people on this call right now. There's those who have already seen the fantastic opportunity and can't wait to get enrolled. So if that's you, go back to who invited you and ask them to help you enroll yourself and get started. And then plug yourself into the trainings, the weekly calls like this one here, and the weekly trainings we have every Monday. Plug yourself in so you can be fully trained and in what we do. And you can invite people to this call every week and let us do the heavy lifting and start building the business for you. Okay. I said there's two, but there's actually three different types of people. There's the other person that says, I'm not really into this, but I want to save money on my fuel. And hey, that's a smart move. Purchase some of this product from the person who invited you and start saving money. And then there's the last group that I don't think you want to be part of. The group that's going to be sitting here saying, no, it's not for me. I don't think so. I'll wait and see. And a year from now, when you see people you know that are well on their way to being financially free, and have built a huge team, and you're thinking to yourself, that could have been me, but I didn't see the vision, or I didn't take a chance. When you can get into a business like this for free, okay, and work your way up from free to upgrading to the executive level, so that you can get all the commissions that are available to you. When you can join for free, don't tell me you can't afford this business, because we just made it impossible for you to not afford it, because it's free. Yes, you'll get a smaller commission to begin with, but go out there, work your butt off the first 2-3 weeks, make enough money, upgrade, and then go from there. Okay? So you can get in for free. You have an incredible team working with you. You've got incredible products. You've got incredible mentorship, and I will be here to help you all along the way. You can ask anybody who's been on these calls before. I'm here week in, week out, and I have been for 15 years. Okay, so not all that time in Africa. I was building around the world. I do have people. I have representatives in 62 countries. I have over 28,000 affiliates on my team. I want more. I want to help as many people as possible. The last thing I'll say before I leave is, I don't have to do this. I want to do this. I want to help as many people as possible succeed. Why am I doing it? Part of it's greed, not greed for money. Yes, I make money at this, but that's not why I do this. I'm 69 years old. I have a limited amount of time left on this planet. I want to help as many people as possible for no other reason than I want to be remembered. I want your children and grandchildren to someday talk about you and how you created a financial security blanket for them that went on for generations. And while they're speaking about you, I want them maybe to bring up my name and say, Dale Franklin from America helped our grandparents do this business. And because of that, we are financially free to this day. I want to be remembered. And if that's greedy, then I'm greedy. But I want to give back for all my good fortunes. And when my last day is done on this planet, I want a few people to grieve that I'm gone and that I actually was worth my presence while I was here. So hopefully you believe everything I've told you. Again, many of you don't know me from just meeting me, but this is my pledge to you. As long as you meet me halfway and work half as hard as I work for you to help you succeed, then we will succeed in this business together. All right. So I want to thank everybody for coming on. Sue, did you have anything left you wanted to say?
Yes, Dale, I actually do. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. If you're on this call and you don't know, Dale Franklin is from the US and he supported this team. He believes in Africa. He's been here 11 times and we are expecting him this year again. So let's give him a reason to come to Africa, and to visit. But we just want to appreciate you, Dale. Thank you for believing in Africa, because we on the call know that Africa is truly the last frontier for business. And so just thank you for standing with us. Thank you for doing these weekly calls. And I know on this call, we've got such quality people. You don't even know. I'm just excited that you're all here today. I also want to make a clarification. I don't want to pour water. Your presentation today has been super, everything you've said. But I just wanted to say that, in Africa, because we've been mentioning the prices, the minimum really you can start with, including taxes, is actually $184. That's what the total comes to. So just for everybody to know, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
It's okay, because hear there's shipping also and taxes, yeah? But
Okay.
other than that, I'm so excited, Dale. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I truly, truly appreciate you. And I know everybody on this call from Congo and South Sudan and Kenya and Uganda. And if I have not mentioned your country, we truly, truly appreciate you from Kericho, from everywhere that we are. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being on this call. We look forward to seeing you on the Monday call, which is for people who want to learn about the business more, the training call, and then the Tuesday African Opportunity Call. And of course, this Thursday call. Please, if you're here, do not miss another training. It's just 3 days a week, and you should be here. And we want to go up to the top with Dale and with you. And we want to leave generational wealth and create that legacy. So thank you so much all for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you, Dale.
All right. Thank you all. Have a great day. Great evening.